Afternoon. Welcome back. This is it, the final Tombs of Scoria planning stream. I hope you guys have some good ideas. Yo.
Hello?
Oh, there you are. Welcome. Alright, I'm trying to draw a map because Neil took the map off us.
Of course he did. I'm worried about lava in that room.
Yeah, people have been saying that on Reddit.
I haven't been reading the Reddit.
Lava doesn't move that fast. Right? I feel like filling the room with lava is not a legit threat.
Well, what if those rocks up top are holding back lava? That wouldn't matter, right? Because our plan currently has an anti-gravity field there. Yeah.
Hang on, my camera's not showing me a sec, sorry. Alright.
Tomorrow's the episode, not today, right?
No, it's not today, no. So, you were saying, what were you saying? You were saying we think we're going to use
I was
reverse
gonna
gravity
guess,
on the
like-
rocks.
Yeah, we gotta use the reverse gravity on the rocks, no matter what, yeah?
Well, but then there's no power word stun for the wizard.
But shouldn't we have no issues with the wizard? Because if they're gonna cast the touch of death spell, we have things above our heads for it?
Well, we've only got one ion stone that will protect against Finger of Death.
Yeah.
Just finishing my little map here.
Just pass your save. It's simple.
Yeah, exactly. But I think power word stunning the wizard is... I don't know, it feels like that's the single most effective spell that can be cast. Because it takes out such a powerful enemy.
Hello, my lady.
Thanks, Wikipedia.
You look so beautiful.
What if he has a ring of spell storing?
Ooh la 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 la.
Turning, you mean?
Actually catching a planning
Yeah,
stream
turning.
live wow we.
If he's got a ring of spell turning, then fuck.
Hello, my lady.
I just
You
don't
look so
feel like they'll have
beautiful.
two. I don't think Scoria will give her a ring to him.
No, I don't think Scoria will give hers up. I'm
Good
just
luck.
worried that they have
The
two.
brothers are going to look great in red dragon scale armor.
True.
Because if they have two and then it turns on you, you're just... it's over. You're done.
Yeah. If I get power word stunned, that's fucked.
Yeah.
Okay, well let's say we use reverse gravity for the rocks.
Okay, then now we're in.
Okay, but we don't want to walk through the anti-magic zone.
The anti-magic zone, the rocks will already be down on the ground. Then we're going to destroy the anti-magic zone. And then we'll reverse gravity the rocks. Does that make sense?
If we do that... Okay, number one, we're assuming that we can destroy the anti-magic zone. Which
Yeah, we should be.
You
From
think
what
so?
Koibu said, then yeah, it should be.
Why do
You
think
look
that?
for like because the ground is what's the word, like very specifically it adorned with markings inside the stone. That's the focus. So as long as Shine has given sufficient time to fuck up the shit on the ground, I'm pretty sure that the anti-magic zone will be fucked up.
Okay, so we trigger the trap. While the rocks are there, we destroy the anti-magic zone.
Yes.
Then we can reverse gravity the rocks, and then we can go in unhindered. However, our troops will still have to run through the reverse gravity zone.
That's correct.
And it doesn't last forever. How long does it last? Let me check.
A round per level, 2 rounds per level.
Yeah, it's probably a round per level, but 1 round a level. Okay, so they would give us 15 rounds
14,
to get
15
troops
minutes.
in, which is enough.
15, that's enough time.
But it means they've
Squirrel will
got
be dead by the time that goes down.
they got to run through it though, so they're gonna like have to jump through the reverse gravity zone and like do a roll or some shit when they land.
Yeah, that's fine.
Is it fine though?
What's bad about it?
I don't know. They'll be on the ground when they get in.
Can't we train them to do this?
I mean, yeah, we could. I just feel like if there's a better option that means that we just don't go near the anti-magic zone and we can save the level 7 spell slot,
Okay,
that would be better.
I agree.
Okay, so I think you're describing plan 1 there, which is to destroy the anti-magic zone while the trap is triggered.
Yeah.
And then just destroy the rocks, basically. I mean, could Shine not just dig through the rocks?
There won't be anything to protect her from things, if that makes sense.
Well, except for the giant pile of rocks.
Yeah, but if she's digging through the rocks, then she will be seen at some point, right?
Maybe is there not maybe a way that we can destroy the trap without triggering it?
It doesn't sound like it.
Like, it's a mechanism, right? Surely there's some way we can, like, jam the chain or something like that so it'll stay, like, taut even if they pull the winch.
How are we gonna do that though?
Well,
Do you have like an ice spell to like freeze the chain?
I could use Fabricate to, like, crush the rocks around it or something like that. You know, the stone, I can make the stone sort of tight around the chain or something like that so that it won't move.
That's gonna require you to be inside though, which kind of.
What if we were to dig through the wall to the point where we find the chain?
I worry about the digging plans.
Yeah, no, I do as well.
I feel like that's gonna get.
But I'm not
wacky.
talking about digging into the room. I'm talking about digging to the chain, or.
But the chain is inside the room.
Well, do we know where the
Right?
chain runs?
It sound. I don't know. Let me
Because it can't be going through the floor. It's got to be going through the roof.
look on the look in the red desert on Roll20.
Okay.
I'm assuming there's like, and then this is like the chain, right? And then this will be like the winch. I'm assuming as soon as like this is touched, that the chain is going to like break somehow, and then all of this is going to fall down. So there might be like a point where this is in the wall, like a piece of the chain, but I'm assuming most of it is actually just in the room holding up somehow.
Well, it's not in the air. It's got to be like through the roof or something. Like, we didn't see a chain.
Did we not see a chain? I guess I didn't. There was no chain on the map, correct?
Yeah, I didn't see a chain on the map.
It runs through the floor when he described it.
I didn't see how it can run through the floor and still be connected to the roof, though.
Yeah. That's why I was thinking that there's a chain just kind of like going up.
Like just like in the room.
Air. That was my guess. Is that there's just a chain going up into the air, holding that stuff up there. And as soon as that chain is pulled, that everything's gonna crash and burn. It sounds like a simple trap.
Yeah. So it's got to be something like the chain it has extra, what's the right word? Like slack to it, but it's captured by the winch, and when you pull the winch, the extra slack comes free, and then the stones will fall, or whatever the chain is holding.
Yeah.
The piece of, like, it's probably holding like a plateau of stone that holds the rocks up, and when the slack comes in, it'll fall loose and all the stones will come out.
Yeah.
It's got to be a way to fuck with it. Because
Do you have like earthquake or anything?
no, I haven't got earthquake. That's a cleric spell. But
I was gonna say, if we have like an earthquake or something, then
because I just setting the trap off and then having to clear it costs us. If we can just stop it from ever going off, that is better. How big of an area do you think the stones would cover? Because I might be able to just disintegrate them out of existence to clear the path, which would be better, as it wouldn't cost a level 7 spell.
how big's your disintegrate?
10 by 10 cube.
I don't know. It's a big unknown.
Yeah, it is. So let's go with the plan that we talked about. Let's say we dig an alternative path. What are the dangers here?
God, I hate the digging plan. I don't think that it's gonna go well at all.
Why?
I can imagine just 1,000 ways that he's gonna fuck us.
Well, go on then. Give me the best one.
The best way that he would fuck us is he would just have Scoria go and like leave while we're out digging and just fucking demolish our duders, or he's gonna make us like roll like fucking cave collapse checks, and it's gonna be like a slog.
My biggest concern was if we dig through, like, say we dig through 90% of it and we leave the last 10% to, the moment we attack, that Scoria might smash through and surprise us when
With
we're
like
not
a
ready.
breath weapon.
Yeah, or just start the fight before we're ready. Because, you know, in an ideal world, we run into this room fully buffed. And I think if we can secure that, if we can make it so that we can enter the room fully buffed at a time of our choosing and bring NPCs with us.
That was why I was
win
thinking
condition.
the reverse gravity would be so good, is we can do it at a time of our choosing, buff up because the rocks are completely protecting us, and charge in. We can have NPCs with certain like fire protections on them. Those people go at this point, and then we can make it a very detailed on who goes in when and where, and who has what buffs and where they're gonna go and like what they're gonna cover. Like we can make a whole battle plan with that. Now, if we can stop the rocks from falling, the issue becomes is Scoria will see us and there will be no element of surprise when we want to come, because they're gonna like
They'll be able to come
they'll
up.
just they'll be able to come up, or they can just see us coming down the path. But a reverse gravity would be like instantaneous. Our plan goes into action when they're not ready.
So, how fast can someone run 30 feet?
A few seconds, right? Like in the game, because rounds are a minute. What's your movement? Can you just divide by 60?
I guess so. I'm just wondering that, like, 30 feet's quite far. And say it takes 3 seconds.
Yeah.
How far would you fall in 3 seconds? Like, that would be enough to hit the ceiling.
In 3 seconds?
Yeah, I reckon. Like, if you were somehow stuck to your roof and then let go, you'd hit the floor within 3 seconds easily. Right?
Maybe. Yeah, it depends.
Well, it depends how high your
Here,
roof
well,
is.
let's do the math here. What's the average person's movement speed? 12,
Yeah.
which is 120 feet.
Mm-hmm. Around, yeah.
So that's 2 feet a second, right?
Yeah. So that's 15 seconds. So I think if you're sprinting, you can go 3 times that.
Yeah.
But that's still like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Which is enough to hit the ceiling and just fuck the plan up.
Yeah, I agree with that. I guess it depends on how long you're gonna be in the reverse gravity. It's 30 feet wide.
Yeah, it's 30 feet by 30 feet.
Yeah, I can think of it getting wacky. With people like jumping in. Some people fall down, like are knocked unconscious. Then we have like bodies on the ground that you're trying to like get off of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could we use some sort of rope? So that they could like hold onto the rope as they crossed it, maybe. It's just a
I
bit
feel like
precarious.
there's no AC then, because archers are gonna be firing, right?
What
Yeah,
about-
I'm starting to come. Yeah.
What about dispel
around.
magic on the reverse gravity as well?
Yep. That will be
Trap
that will
off
be
the
rolled,
army.
and that would be bad. Yeah.
Like, I imagine all these rocks, if they even fell on Shine, it might kill her, or at least trap
Yeah,
her.
I think so.
Okay, so maybe that doesn't work. But
Is there any way to goad Scoria into coming into the thing, and then we release her wench on her?
goading her into the area, I don't think so. But, I mean, we can be ready for that. I think a Lance of Disruption on the... If the anti-magic zone's destroyed, I can cast Lance of Disruption like where the rocks are being held, and that should smash whatever is holding them up and trigger the trap, I think.
How does this sound? We use the anti-magic field against them. We put archers in with plus magic arrows, and when they're fired, the arrows are permanent. They will become remagicked on the outside. So they'll be able to damage Scoria or any of her like wizards or mages.
Yeah.
This could, in theory, goad Scoria into coming up to try and get in the anti-magic zone. And if there's a way to pull the wench on her, I'm not saying we'd kill her, but that would be like best case scenario.
If the trap hits Scoria, I think we win. Like, that is...
Yeah.
That's a win condition. I doubt that's going to be allowed to happen. But that's not a bad idea. Okay, so we say we put 10 archers with plus 2 bows and plus 1 arrows in the thing, and they just start firing at things in the room. What could kill them, right? So they're immune to spells.
The only thing that can get them is arrows.
Other arrows.
Other arrows.
Yeah.
So what if we have a shield wall in front of them?
Well, then they can't
that
fire
they're
past
like-
the shield wall, right?
Well, we could do the thing where they are soldiers, so they can be trained to like get this done. They'll pop up above the shield wall, maybe even taking negatives to their shot, right?
Yeah.
They do a volley, they go down. A volley comes in return. They do it again. Like, it's cringe, but I think that like this could actually be a scenario where you could do that.
If the golems came after it, presumably they'd stop working as soon as they got in the anti-magic zone.
I would assume so, yeah.
Thing is, I can't trigger the trap if the anti-magic zone's still there, because I won't be able to cast any spells at the thing. So how do we trigger the winch, or how do we make it the rocks fall?
We could try your plan of digging to where the chain is.
Yeah.
And having... I don't think there's a problem with digging to where the chain is and then just trying this, I guess.
But if it's in the floor, it won't work.
But if it's in the floor, it won't work. Yes, I agree with that.
But I don't see how it can just be in the floor. It has to be
I don't either.
In the roof where the rocks are.
Yes.
Has to be.
And how many, like, fucking giant boulders could they have to throw at our people shooting rocks, right? Or shooting, bows.
Oh, you mean like the golems throwing boulders or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, well, that would probably deal with it if they rolled a massive... I mean, they probably haven't got any.
Well, like, here, let's even go one step further. What's to stop us from just bringing a ballista into that area and just shooting?
Yeah. But we don't
Maneuverability?
But we don't see Scoria right through the passageway, do we?
Doesn't matter if we see Scoria, right? We can shoot the cages.
Yeah.
The cages aren't going to be immune. You could break them that way.
Just like
Slowly
destroy
but
them.
surely. Yeah, just like destroy them.
Yeah, maybe that could work.
It just depends on how much point of view the ballista will have, right?
Yeah, I can't imagine they're going to be able to target any individuals, but they might be able to destroy those cages.
Yeah, ballista would be able to destroy like a thing.
It's tough, isn't it? There's no super easy way around it, I don't think.
No, I think we're gonna have to take it slow and like try stuff, because those cages are there for a reason. And even if we could destroy 3 of them, that only leaves 3 places that the actual wizard could be. So it goes from a 1 in 6 chance for Tyrael just to insta-give the wizard into like a 1 in 3.
He's live. Go kill that dragon now.
Thanks, Fablazar. Okay, so a ballista to destroy the cages seems like a sensible idea. I don't see why we wouldn't do that.
What's to stop? How does Scoria destroy the ballista that comes into the anti-magic field?
Well, it's not clear whether she can breath weapon through the anti-magic zone or not.
I would assume not. That's magic, right? It's
I mean,
magical dragon fire.
As per the
is it
spell,
just fire?
as per anti-magic shield, breath weapons shouldn't work in anti-magic zones. But Neil did say last time that not all anti-magic fields are created equal. So
that's correct, because the last time he was using a beholder anti-magic.
Yeah.
This time, it doesn't seem like there's a beholder eye looking at the spot currently.
No.
It seems like it's the ground, which could be anti-magic shell.
Could be, yeah, but it also just could not be.
Could be something else, yeah. We can test this via conjure animals. If it's anti-magic shell, my animals will instantaneously disappear, going through it, I believe.
Okay.
If it isn't, then they should be able to run through, and if you want, I could try to make them hit the wench. At the bare minimum, they can run through and fuck some people up if they're in there.
Yeah.
Let me reread anti-magic shell.
The animals might be good in that they might draw something out.
Mm-hmm.
At least. People are saying flooding the lair, so let's just discuss that. I personally don't think filling it with water, despite having been a successful strategy for us in the past.
Summoned or charmed or conjured creatures, yeah, so...
Yeah, so it should stop it, if it's anti-magic fields. But still, like, let's say your animals get dispelled as they walk through it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we can test it, because we can have Shine cast our breath weapon.
We can have Shine breath weapon,
That's it.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the easiest way to test it. We can just,
Sure.
She can just fire it. If we can destroy the... Like, I'm thinking, like, Okay, we trigger the trap. We destroy the anti-magic field. Now I can stand at the rocks. You know, if I could just get a little bit of vision, I could start casting like Cloud Kill through the rocks, through the gaps in the rocks.
But if you get vision, they're gonna have vision. Is how it's gonna work.
Yeah.
Which means they can cast Cloud Kill through our rocks. Finger of Death at you.
Yeah. Yeah, what about filling it with water? Why wouldn't that work? I mean, there's a lot of space.
I got a crazy plan.
Okay, let's hear it.
The casting time's 1 round though. I have skip day.
Okay.
So we could start an assault, and then the people with me in a 10-foot radius, we would be instantly transported 24 hours from now.
What would that look
Scoria
like?
could think that we could have teleported.
Yeah.
This would be like, kind of, you're getting crazy and metagamey. I don't know.
That is a bit crazy. Because we could also just come back to being surrounded by
something different. Yeah.
But isn't there a very good chance that the dwarf is going to know what spell you cast? With spellcraft.
I can look if he has it in. Well, is he going to roll a spellcraft check?
Probably, I mean.
Probably. That would be his round? Or I guess afterwards he could think about it?
I think if somebody casts, you can ask for a spellcraft check. I think that's legit. I think I've done that.
Probably fair. Does he have to have the spell to do a spellcraft check, or can you just do it because you're a cleric?
No, I think you can just
do it.
This
is a 6th level spell.
Yeah, but he can cast 6th or 7th level spells, probably.
Yeah. I would just maybe argue that, like, if it's a 6th level spell that you've never seen before, or you've never heard anyone cast before, that you might not be able to like, know what it is.
But it's
that's the line of argument I would go down.
It's a huge risk, though, isn't it?
I agree. Just no time passes for the creatures affected by skip day. They're in exact conditions as they were before the spell was cast.
So we'd come in with our buffs.
So this would mean we come in all of our buffs. Their immediate environment is likely to have changed. For instance, fires have burned out, enemies who were attacking have departed, and weather has changed for the better or worse. So there's another thing where it says like they believe that they teleported. One sec.
Should I let the music lit?
Creatures. Are instantly transported 24-hour. Creatures outside the area of effect will believe that the affected creatures have disappeared.
Well, it does say that.
It is not without risk. Characters could reappear in a situation more threatening than the ones that they left behind. So let's talk about this. We don't have to bring Shine for this. We could somehow do a diversion of... We kind of go in there with people. We pull the winch. That would give Shine and everyone else a 24 hours on the clock at that point to start getting ready for big shit to happen.
Okay. Yeah, to cause a distraction at the 24-hour mark.
To cause a distraction at the 24-hour mark or something.
What would they do, though? The only thing I can think is that she would go through the other entrance, through the center of the volcano, but she'd get swarmed by those harpy things.
Swarmed by those harpies. Maybe they start the fighting like 3 minutes before we teleport in.
Start the fighting where?
That would, like, in the room. Like,
okay.
For example, all of our army goes in, and there's just, like, mass combat. Shine's in there fighting Scoria, etc. This would give us all of our buffs that we could ever possibly want, plus the element of, like, surprise, kind of.
But the point you want to cast it, we're already buffed in the room.
Yeah.
So, what do we... The gain is, like, she might divert some of our resources somewhere else.
It also misses out on all of the wacky shit that could happen level 1. For example, Finger of Death onto us. Cloud kills, da-da-da. I don't think that this is probably a line we'll go down. I think that there is something there, though.
It's kind of wild.
Sneaky. It is wild, yeah.
The thing is, though, even if the distraction works, what if Scoria's not in the room? What if no one's there? We appear back, all our buffs run out, and then...
Then we have the room, right?
Well, yeah, but what if she comes back? We're trapped. The rocks are there. We've got no extra spells because we can't rest.
Well, the rocks would be gone because this would give them 24 hours to clear it out.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. Then Scoria attacks them, and we're not there to fight. I mean, she doesn't know that, or she might know that.
That's true.
Like, she's tracking us in some way, so...
She is tracking us in some way.
Someone said you can use this to save Nick's spell slots. Imrit can cast all the buffs, and then you use skip day. Imrit goes to sleep.
No, it doesn't work that way.
Why not?
The affected creatures remain in the same...
No, I buff you and Tyrael and the people. You cast skip day on all of you apart from me. Then I go to sleep, regain my spell slots, and then we attack 24 hours later the next day. You guys have still got all your buffs, but I've relearned my spell slots. That's actually pretty smart.
That we could do, yes. But what do you get there?
Well, yeah, some level 4 spell slots for the stone skin. I mean, the thing is, I could stack other buffs that I wouldn't usually cast, so I could cast like improved strength on Tyrael. I mean, I might cast that anyway. But I could get like ultra vision on everyone, stone skin on everyone, improved strength on a couple of the fighters.
Hello, my lady.
Skip day is a 10-foot
you look so beautiful.
Radius AoE. So anyone within 10 feet of me, I can transport through.
Easily like 7, 8 people, 9, 10 even maybe.
Absolutely, yeah. With all of our buffs.
It's not a bad idea. It does have the risk though that if Scoria somehow works out what's going on, she could attack me and Shine without you guys.
Let me... All persons, intelligent creatures within 10 feet of the caster are instantly transported 24 hours into the future. Yeah. I always was keeping this as like a defensive spell if shit was going real bad in a room or whatever. But I think it probably should be used as an offensive spell at this point, because if it's as a defensive spell, shit is like giga fucked and we're done.
Yeah.
By the time it can be a defensive spell, one of us is dead.
Do you guys seriously think Koibu's not going to make the situation worse for you after skip day?
I think Koibu will make the situation realistic.
Yeah.
And if realistically people didn't understand that skip day happened, it could be advantageous.
I mean, there's no real disadvantage to it. Well, other than
how much worse can it get?
Other than me and Shine getting attacked while you're gone.
Dying, yeah.
But if a day later you guys come back and we don't feel confident, we don't have to attack. I suppose the high level wizards, like, I mean, could we siege them out of it? Like, will they starve eventually?
No, I don't think so. They probably have food being able to be made, right?
Yeah, you got to assume they got a way around that. Okay, so what if we fill it with water? I know we'd need loads because there's other chambers beyond this one. But if we start filling it with water, might force stuff out, right?
How long would we have to fill this volcano with water, though? It's 30 gallons and we have 3 of them.
No, I can
and
use
you have
the
your
spell.
other thing.
Yeah, the spell. If I use hold portal on the spell, it makes a lot of fucking water, right?
Yeah. How much?
Can't remember. Let's see.
It was like swimming pools.
Let's see. So 3,000 cubic feet per round.
Hello, my lady.
That's 30 by 10 by 10.
You look so beautiful.
Of fresh water.
Ooh la 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 la.
So 15 times that. So I don't know what it would look like, but could do it a few times. I mean, what's 30 by 10 by 10? That's like a 30-foot long rectangle, 10 feet high, 10 feet wide, but 15 times.
Is there a way to make the volcano go off and erupt?
Maybe.
We would lose all of the treasure.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. I don't want to blow the volcano up. I mean, her Scoria will survive it anyway, and then...
No, Scoria would survive it, but her wizard and her clerics and everything else would be ended.
Got to assume they've got some sort of ultimate fire protection. Because they might need to be fighting in the breath weapon and stuff like that.
Could be a backup plan if we can't find anything else.
Somebody's put gas breath weapon and the air portal to blow it into the room. The thing is with the gas breath weapon, it says that strong gusts of wind will disperse it. Same with the cloud kill. So I feel like Neil will argue that it gets dispersed rather than pushed.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Is cloud kill really going to do anything versus these people though at this point?
No, probably not. It's not good. Well, it does damage every round if you stand in it, regardless of your level. So.
But they're up high.
Yeah. What do we think is in the like? Do you think the harpies will be here? Do you think that we're looking at like 30, 40 monsters in here, or do you think it's just going to be?
If they're gonna be, then it's our whole army, and I think that he's gonna kind of wave the combat to like, you know, the harpies are fighting them, like.
Yeah. Because the room's not big enough for him to hand wave the combat. I don't think.
No. I don't think he's gonna hand wave the combat.
No, I mean,
I
think it's too small. It's too small for him to be like, okay, well, they're fighting them. We won't worry about that. Let's just focus on you fighting Scoria. Like, I could see that on a battlefield, but I didn't see it in a small room.
In that room. I mean, I don't know how it would work then. Oh, there's 40 harpies. Okay, 40 of them throw lightning bolt to you. Okay, you lose. Yeah,
that's why I don't think the harpies will come either, because that item that Neil said they all have is ridiculous. But there's some options for that. I mean, we do still have that axe, so we could have one knight wielding that axe to absorb any lightning bolts. We could find an NPC. There has to be someone who has the int and wisdom to wear the robe of scintillating colours. I want to look at the description of that again. Does it only affect enemies, or does it also affect allies? Because if it affects allies, it's probably not worth it. But well, it says each round after that, any opponent who fails a saving throw versus spell will stand hypnotized and transfixed for d4 plus 1 rounds.
Good.
After the initial round of concealment, the wearer is able to cast spells or engage in other forms of activity that do not require movement of more than 10 feet. In non-combat situations, the robe hypnotizes creatures failing their saving throw. What's up, ToS? So, I think finding someone who can wear that, so what do we need? 15 int, 13 wisdom. Somebody said Hans can wear it. Let me just check. No, he's only got 11 int. No, he can't wear it. 15 int, 13 wisdom. There has to be somebody in.
And Lord Kant, does he not have the wisdom?
Oh, Montem. 15 int, 13 willpower. He could wear it.
Montem's like dead.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's gone.
Oh, rip. What happened to him? Oh, they all got killed in the...
They just all got murdered.
In the culling. Shit. Okay, let's check the Wayfarers. Paula. No, it's dumb as fuck.
Lord Khan can't do it. He's one wisdom off.
Yeah.
We could age him. No, that doesn't work.
Magic aging won't work, yeah.
Yeah, magic aging doesn't work.
Would Neil have wore it? No. So do we actually not have a single...
There will be an NPC in the army that can.
It has to be, yeah. There has to be someone.
There will be. That we can waive that pretty much.
So, okay. So that's one thing we can definitely do. There's no reason not to have that. I mean, if we're making every NPC viewing them make a save versus spell every round, or be transfixed, that's great. And we can just double check with Neil that it only affects opponents, because obviously if it's going to affect our own stuff, it's not worth.
Then we wouldn't use it, yeah. I can animate 1 cubic foot per level of something.
Oh yeah.
Could I use animate object and just like move all of the rocks, like have them move themselves?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, could you?
I don't know how much it's going to be.
Times?
I can cast it twice.
What was it? 50.
Animate object.
14.
So it's gonna be 13 cubic feet per level.
That's not that much if it's like 10 feet high. We're going to cast spells because we're going to trigger the trap. The plan is to trigger the trap and then destroy the anti-magic zone.
God, this room is going to be mass fucking combat. It's going to be so cringe, Nick.
No, it's going to be awesome. Come on.
It's going to be so cringe.
Scoria. Okay. Are you worried about the fight? Let's say your plan works. We destroy the anti-magic zone and we can clear the rocks.
Sure.
Do we think that that's an easy win then? I mean, how do we go about it? Do we send people in first? Do we go in first? Do we use seeming to disguise ourselves as one of the knights?
I genuinely believe that we're going to need to just like sacrifice fucking tons of people.
What, like send it in like, what, group after group of like 15, 20 people?
No, I think we should send in like 1,000 people on like the first go with, and we'll buff them up and everything. I think that'll be like day one of like that room.
We're not gonna be able to fit 1,000 people down that corridor.
Oh, I don't know. We just need to be able to destroy like something big.
I feel like if we send in hundreds of people, there'll just be a mass of bodies in there, and like they'll get cloud killed, they'll get breath weaponed. Now we can use some of the fire protection scrolls to defend some of the infantry.
Yeah, I was thinking we're gonna use one fire protection to defend them.
But they're subject to dispel, so.
So, what's to stop us from sending in like 20 good men at a time and just fucking absolutely ripping their spell slots to shreds?
Yeah. Okay, I mean that might work. Yeah. I guess the breath weapon is a rechargeable insta kill for every group.
Correct. Is there any way that we can make way upstairs in the harpy fucking hellhole?
Nah. We can't risk taking like 50 of those lightning things. They'll slaughter us. You can't cast reverse gravity 5 feet above the ground. It's just like a column.
Do you have any protection from lightning?
Only the axe.
Just the axe?
Yeah.
I'm really afraid of like the mass combat, like, 30 spells are cast at you, you fail one of them, you die. And I don't know what the way around that is right now.
There's not going to be that many sable dice. I mean, it's probably just the one.
You think that'll just be one at the last fight?
Well, what else would they have?
What's it called? Like a basilisk?
Oh, you can have like basilisks and stuff.
Sure, why not? We're going into like the fucking Thunderdome where everyone's above us. They could have basilisks come out of the ground. They could have fucking what else is it called? Rust monsters.
Judah, we already talked about digging through the trap. Moot doesn't like it because it's...
No, I don't hate it, but
yeah, it's an option.
I feel like it could get wacky. Yeah. What is Scoria's goal here? Her goal is to get us to come in.
Yeah.
This is where like we die.
I really find it hard to believe that the flooding's gonna work. I find that
no,
really,
I don't
really
think
hard
that's
to
gonna
believe.
work. I think that is gonna bite us in our ass.
I feel like these X-ray plans are the kind that Koibu will be highly motivated to reward. There's
No.
something in that. No, I kind of think maybe that's true. It's smart.
I don't think he will reward
no, my
this.
lady.
I don't think Koibu rewards good.
so beautiful.
I don't think he rewards good planning.
La, 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 la.
Link to it, Ninja, and I'll look at it. Remember to use the free action rings or the golems will slow you. Yeah, that's true. I mean, we gotta save, but I have my ring of fire resistance and my ring of protection +5, so I'm not sure I can wear the free action.
Also, Koibu doesn't reward planning because if we get a good idea, he thinks it came from chat, and he's probably 90% of the time fucking right. Yeah. So I just think that like it's not if it's a good idea or not. You'd be like, oh yeah, that's a good idea from chat, and which most of the time it did.
Neil said chat is our generals right now. That's true, he did say that. Alright, I'll read this, Ninja, but, you know, if 10 people sent me something this long, I wouldn't read them all. Yeah, there are definitely a bunch of level 1 wizards in the room. Any amount of normal humans will get fireballed. It won't work. Well, they can't have infinite fireballs. So, Moon is right that an infinite number of soldiers should eventually get rid of their resources.
However, I think we're gonna have like soldiers breaking if we're just sending in troop after troop after troop to go fucking die.
To get slaughtered, yeah.
Yeah.
Anton should check on whether Scoria is actually in near that room or near our treasury. He's had trouble saying exactly.
We're not getting
where
any
she
more
is,
info.
But yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. 2 to 3 high-level magic users in a prepared enclosed space is really dangerous. No reason not to try and force a brief engagement where you kill 1 or 2 VIPs. A golem killed. Okay, yeah, I agree with that. There are 4 golems in the room. You should ask the dwarves to look to make sure there are no variants. Time pool when Forbiddance was cast first, last on Scoria's Lair. This should give you the command word. If there is none, Anton could be able to ethereal in. I don't think we'll be able to ethereal in.
I don't think that's gonna happen. We had a lot of information last time to get the thing about the dwarves last moments. We have no information on Forbiddance being like created, besides that we know it probably happened. For all we know, that this area was born with Forbiddance.
Destroying the anti-magic zone allows Scoria to breathe fire through the hall. Do not do it too early. As long as it exists, the passage works as an emergency exit for the etherealness and tunnel plan. Okay, so he's saying tunnel into the hallway that connects the platforms. I don't know that there is a hallway that connects the platforms. Is there? Maybe there is. Platforms are 30 or 40 feet up. Going diagonally down from the dragon passage gets you 20 to 25 feet above the ground. Shine could help digging, but makes too much noise. Platforms on the east side would be the best side. Yeah, I agree. Those would be the best ones.
Is he really gonna let us dig? That's what I get. I guess I find it hard to believe that Koibu's gonna let us dig.
And the last thing is you see, I can't make knights look like it. I can't make people look like individuals, so I can't make someone look like us. I can make us look like nondescript people, though. Melf's Acid Arrow. Even if the wizard has a ring of spell turning, the trade-off should be absolutely worth it versus the wizard. You can regen and shoot a bow while the wizard is useless. Yeah, Melf's Acid Arrow. It's a decent spell against a wizard. Do I have it? Yeah, I do have it. I mean, if I could get Melf's off, the thing is, Melf, it does damage every round, so it can cancel spells. So it's pretty good against wizards.
Pretty good.
And I've got, you know, good chance to hit with it against a wizard. In fact, unlikely I'd miss, really. Why use the fire protection ring when you'll be Ion Stone and Fire Scrolled? Because I won't be Ion Stone, probably. Or maybe I will be Ion Stoned, but I might not be in the Fire Scroll range. I might need to use Fire Shield. And Fire Shield plus the ring means that I can survive the Breath Weapon pretty easily, even if I fail my save. How about something as simple as opening up an opening into their chamber and throwing Cloud Kills?
Cloud Kill, guys, it doesn't do much.
Yeah, it won't kill any high-level people.
It is Omega good early, but right now, I'm sorry, Cloud Kill is a BD tier spell for this situation.
Yeah, it does, what, D10 plus... Just does D10 of damage around while you're in the area of effect. So it's like, it's decent, but it's not like amazing.
Yeah, it's not going to like solve a situation though.
If I could cast it into the chambers, it would be pretty good. But
I would rather you just...
It's only 30 feet range.
I'd rather you just downcast your 5th level spell to like a fire or like a lightning bolt at that point.
Yeah. Well, I probably will be doing that. I usually use a few. There's not really that many good 5th level spells that I use, really. Like, there's a lot of out of combat spells: teleport, seeming, prying eyes, sending,
those are amazing,
fabricate, advanced illusion. What I do have is
Cloud Kill is good, just not for this situation.
What I do have is lower resistance, but I wonder if it's too slow. So there's no save against it.
You'd get spell turning.
Oh yeah, I get spell turnings, yeah.
Which I think is a good idea. I think it's good by Koibu. I really like that. He added that to Scoria's repertoire.
Got Big B's Hand as well, which I can cast before we go in, and then direct at someone. So that's pretty good.
Does that have HP?
Yeah.
Can't you just Bigsby Hand the wizard?
Yeah, I think so.
Isn't that as good as the Power Word Stun? Technically not, because the wizard can kill the hand.
Well, I don't know if you can just like cast around it, maybe. I mean, it does say it's between me and him, so if you're standing next to me, then fine. See. But if you're off to the side, you might still be able to cast it at somebody else.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it does also push them away.
It's pushing them, that's breaking their spell.
It's not easily killed. It's got the same amount of HP as me, so 86. So
take a while.
It's not going to go down quickly. I think it's worth having because I can just cast it and have it.
Is pushed to the range limit or until pressed against an unyielding surface.
Yeah.
So he will be pushed.
Yeah, and if he's pushed into a wall, then he can't really see around.
Then he can't cast because he's pancaked.
Yeah, I think he's the best target for it, or the cleric
that's good.
Maybe, and I use Power Word Stun. The thing is, in the past,
what's the cleric gonna do though?
Yeah, true.
It's like if we go read the clerical spells, they're all meh.
Yeah,
they're good for buffing, absolutely, but his use will already be done. Anton would be dog shit useless if he wasn't a fighter. By the way, if anyone was curious.
Good at early levels clerics, but yeah, they drop off.
Yeah, they drop off. How do you feel about me, Righteous Wrath of the Faithfuling? All of our dudes.
So what would it give them?
Extra attack plus something to hit. If they follow Velthara, they get like 1d8 to HP and shit.
If you use that,
they gain 1 additional melee attack each round and +2 bonus to saving throws and attack on and damage rolls. Creatures also gain 1d8 HP.
How many people can it affect? Like everyone in
30
an
foot
area?
radius. Yeah.
I think that's-
Now,
I mean,
the
if we
negatives are
Go on.
after 13 rounds, they'll be fatigued.
Yeah, but let's be honest.
This shouldn't go 13 rounds.
They'll be dead.
They'll be
Well,
dead, yeah.
13 rounds is over.
And this will actually hype them up to where that they're probably, less likely to fucking turn.
What about this front? What if we make a group of like 20 level 7 knights plus the Wayfarers, you cast Wrath of the Righteous?
Yeah.
And that's our opening gambit.
That's our... Yep.
Like, they go in, we wait for them to be...
It would just be
defeated.
fucking slaughtered.
Yeah, they'll just
Are we
be
really going to
slaughtered.
send, like, Jack and them in to just die?
That's the thing. Like, we can barely fight Scoria. Like, we can fight her, but this is because we've got so much stat power. Anyone else is just a lamb to the slaughter.
Like, the ideal world would be we're playing two different fucking sides here. One side is us fighting Scoria in a battle, and the other side that we're gonna like play also is gonna be the Wayfarers fighting like the Wizard, the Cleric, etc. Because then it's actually manageable. Like, we could do it. But the issue is when all the action economy comes together.
You know, if she's in the room, do you think she'll be in the room?
I don't know. Could be 50-50.
Because if she's
She
in
could
the
be.
room, could the three of us not kill her in one round?
We could run simulations. That's the only way I could tell you. I think we can. We would need to run like a few simulations.
What do the rest of them do if Scoria dies in the first round?
Probably fight for their lives.
Yeah, they should probably still fight.
If Scoria is dead, it is over. If we can one round Scoria, it is done. Yeah, and I promise you, if we had the dragon weapons, we could easily one rounder, and this would be fucking giga over.
Yeah.
But we don't, which is fine. So the question is now, can we one round her?
Is it fine?
It is. We would destroy her stone skins. We would have 8 to 20 archers just immediately fire at her.
Yeah.
And then we would go in. Can we run some calculations? Or does anyone have a...
Well,
someone has it.
Last time I was doing that, you said that it was maybe a bit too far.
It is cringe.
I think it's a bit too far, yeah.
It is cringe, I agree. Do you think that we can one rounder then out of...
If we've got
how much
archers to
damage
break if we've got archers to break the stone skin and Shine attacks it, I think yes.
Okay.
I mean, with haste, it's just so many attacks. I mean,
I agree. With haste and Righteous Wrath of the Faithful, we get an extra attack.
Oh yeah.
That grants 3 or 4 extra attacks. Even on Shine gets an extra one. I think Scoria would die. The question is, do we die before we get to her? How big is the room? Is Scoria going to be too far for us to get to her in a round?
Well, she's probably on the roof or something like that, but we'll have fly.
Can we traverse that entire room in a round?
With haste, yeah.
Okay.
Easily, yeah.
Then what's to stop us from literally just running in there and killing her? But like, let's say that like this could even be part of the plan. We get our archers in the anti-magic field, and they just shoot arrows at Scoria to break her stone skin.
Yeah, if she's in the room, yeah. But that means not breaking... The plan currently is to destroy the anti-magic field before we remove the rocks.
Well, we could always just do pot shot.
Because there's no point breaking
I would
the stone
assume that
skin
she would get
unless
her
it
stone
goes
back,
straight away. Yeah.
Straight in.
It looks so beautiful.
You can
Ooh la 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 la.
Thank you,
How about
guys.
if Imric and Anton make a play as Harry and Meghan, making an ultra bait for
I know,
Scoria
just
to
like-
watch the drama outplay?
Is
Then
it that
Tyrell
easy?
sneak
Can we
behind
just
and ultra
walk in there and
backstab
kill
her
her?
like
I
Prince
would assume
William?
not.
Yeah, it can't be that easy. She's got to
It
be
can't be.
protected or something.
Because if it was that easy, then Koibu made a mistake.
Yeah. And even when Neil makes mistakes, he fudges the rules.
Ah,
so
hello,
he
my
doesn't-
lady. You look so beautiful.
You can
Ooh la 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 la.
I did finish it, didn't I, Ninja? I read it.
We've already handled the teleporting out scenario. I'm pretty sure we own the bridge and we put things that if she teleports, she'll die in. Transmute rock to mud. It is a 5th level spell. I would assume that is... I out of our grasp.
Yeah, I don't think we've got any. I mean,
you know what's crazy, Nick?
What?
We have the whole fucking kingdom at our fingertips, and we can't get any goddamn scrolls of any use.
That is true, and you know that
These motherfuckers are useless.
10 Finger of Death scrolls and Scoria.
Yes. You think it'd be cool or interesting? Do you think I could quest the cleric? If I cast a quest spell on him and he failed his save, I do believe that I have a just quest for him. Like, I could say, like, destroy Scoria for ravaging your people and their lands, etc. Like, that's a just quest that would absolutely work. But
right.
it's a...
You got to see him to cast it, though, right?
Yeah. You can't cast quests through a crystal ball, right?
I don't think so. I think any sort of casting through the crystal ball is dodgy. Like, Scoria probably would have already killed us with the crystal ball if that was possible.
Have you ever heard of Combine?
No.
Using the spell, 3 to 5 priests combine their abilities so that one of them casts spells and turns undead at an enhanced level. The highest level priest stands alone while the other priests join hands in a surrounding circle. The central priest casts the combined spell. He temporarily gains 1 level for each priest in the circle, up to a maximum of 4 levels.
Do you have access to it?
Yes. The spell combine... wait. The combined spell... If any of the priest's concentration is broken, the combined spell ends immediately. If the combined spell is broken, while the central priest is in the act of casting a spell, the spell is ruined, and as if the caster were disturbed. Spells cast in the combination have the full enhanced effect. So this gets me level 7 spells. I'm not saying we cast this in the middle of Scoria's fucking group.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying we can cast this outside, and I can do some wacky shit at 7th level.
How are we only just reading this?
I just hadn't ever seen. It's a 1st level spell. I can't believe. I was like, 1st level spells are sometimes like real wacky and stupid. Let me go read them.
Oh, hang on. It says the level increase affects turn undead and spell details that vary with the caster's level. Note the central priest gains no additional spells.
God damn.
Yeah. Too strong for level 1.
Yeah, it's still a good spell.
It's still good though. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Good. But how many spells do you get that allow you that like benefit from being a higher level, like other than duration, really?
Probably just some duration shit. This might not even be. This could even be good. I might even use this for
when you pre-buff.
When I pre-buff, yeah.
Yeah.
For recitation at the bare minimum, or Righteous Wrath of the Faithful. I think this will still be useful. That gets me an extra 4 rounds. And
you should have multiple clerics that have that spell because you've got a bunch of Althara clerics, right?
Yeah, that should be fun. Yeah.
Have Anton abduct the harpies one at a time with Aerial Servant. Do you need a name?
You don't need a name. You need a description. But that would be so fucking dumb.
Just take them out of the volcano one at a time.
It genuinely could be useful to take them because they have those fucking abilities now.
Yeah. Yeah, because then
the Aerial Servant is invisible.
Wait, because then we'd get the lightning things.
Yes.
I mean, there's no reason not to try. It probably won't work. We'll just get the same response as last time, which is it doesn't come back. But actually worth a go because it's pretty smart.
No, I think the Aerial Servant probably ran into a protection from magic or whatever zone, and then he just went back to his zone.
Because they're all flying around the top of the volcano, so it definitely should be able to get to them. The
creature to be fetched cannot be detected. Invisible objects. The Aerial Servant attacks, automatically gaining surprise. Oh, if it can't attack, yeah. It should. All you need to do is describe it. Can the harpies see through invisibility?
I don't think so. I don't see why they would be able to.
What's to stop us from flying up there? Me casting command monster on a harpy? It would be hard.
To be fair, what's to stop me casting improved invis and going and like fireballing them or something?
What's to stop you from going and killing all those harpies with improved invis?
Yeah.
Please tell us.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe there isn't anything stopping me. I mean, the thing is, if 5 of those things hit me, I'm dead.
Yeah.
But they've still got a hit. So.
And if you have the lightning axe in your hand.
Yeah. I'd still have displacement. Still have a high AC.
They're not going to see you.
Invis warding. Do you reckon there's an invis ward on top of the volcano?
Probably.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
If we could handle the harpies, it would make this infinitely easier because now we can do a 2-pronged attack. So if we're losing on one front, we're winning on another, which makes it harder for Scoria. Or it would at least make Scoria have to split her shit. Oh, but wait. The upper thing comes to here. No, you're right. The upper entrance comes to here. Yeah, so that doesn't do anything. If anything, we should cut off the entrance above us so the harpies don't come down and fuck us from behind.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's where they'll have to come from, right? They'll have to come through that passageway.
They have to come through that passage, yeah.
In my opinion, you need to leverage your superior ranged options. Force them to come out. If you rush in, it's guaranteed 100% death. I mean, do we really have superior ranged options if they've got a bunch of harpies with lightning bolts, plus the same level casters that we have, plus Scoria? I mean,
the harpies, if anything, have better.
Scoria and Shine are the same. Me and his wizard are the same. Anton and their clerics are the same. And they've got the harpies, and we've got a bunch of shitters with those.
All right, Nick. That's it for me. I'm gonna go get some coffee and hang out.
Yeah, man. See you in a bit.
See you tomorrow.
All right.
Oh wait, we have a meeting in.
Yeah, well, I might actually. I forgot about that. Yeah, I might stream again tomorrow because I'm not coming up with anything. I'm gonna make dinner soon.
Yeah, I gotta think about it. All right, meeting 4 hours. Bye, chat.
See you later, dude.